Hey, what's up? It's Dylan here from Mindless Sports. It's been a minute. Uh, Thankfully sticking to my day job and not becoming a graphic designer. So, for those of y'all who are not aware, there's some pretty big news in the card community today. And tomorrow will become official, but Fanatics has bought Tops for $500,000. Now, this will put Fanatics this is good for Fanatics and both Tops, and I'll explain why in a minute. But first, we're gonna. So, Fanatics bought Tops for $500,000. Tops, obviously iconic. They have the baseball, F1, Star Wars, amongst other licensing. But, so first off, Tops was bought in 2007 by, I believe, a former Disney executive for $320 million. So this man flipped $180 million profit when most of his license were set to expire in 2026. So then you're asking yourself, if Fanatics was going to get the license in 2026 anyway, why would they spend $500,000 to get it 4 years earlier? Now, at first I was asking myself the same thing, but you gotta think of two things really. One is resources. Topps already has the facilities to make the cards, and they already have the staff around it that know the card business and will help Fanatics get into it. Alright. Plus, Topps has the history of being the pinnacle of sports cards. Whether you like it or not, everybody has their own brand they like. But, like it or not, Topps is the pinnacle of sports cards. So, not only does they get the facilities, but they also get the name behind them. So for those of y'all already worrying, no, Fanatics names will not be on Topps cards as of now. But what's going to be really cool to see, but I don't think there's really going to be any interest, or not interest, obviously there's interest, but difference. But Topps, Fanatics is set to come out with the Topps 2022 baseball here in a couple months whenever that comes out over the summer, opening day. And that'll be Fanatics' first sports cards products, which will be interesting. So now, I'm sure you're not asking, but from what I can gather, everybody at Topps, for the most part, their jobs are going to be safe. I was watching the Ken Golden live stream on Instagram Live, shout out him, and he made a good point. Why would Fanatics want to reinvent the wheel? Which, the sports cards are selling. They're set to make $400 million a year for however long they end up having the deal. So that's good. Just off what they have, like the cards itself, not including the other ventures, because they're trying to get into grading too and all the other products. They're trying to be a one-stop shop. So, yeah. So the Topps deal is really good in my opinion. But now what you're really asking is Panini next? Is Under Armour yet next? Not Under Armour, damn. Upper Deck. Upper Deck and Panini. So, first off, I'll get into Upper Deck. Actually, let me pull this up on the screen. So, Upper Deck is actually in a family trust, if I'm not mistaken, for the next 10 years. Let me see if I can find. Yes. So, Upper Deck is under a family trust right now. So we'll scroll down here. 2005 liquidation auction. They did buy Fleer. That was a liquidate. Ooh. Now that would have been something right there if Upper Deck ended up buying Topps. But trying to find. Anyway, from what my understanding is that Upper Deck is in a family trust and can't be sold for 10 more years. At least, which is why they have such a long hockey deal with the licensing. That and Upper Deck really does not want to sell. Panini, though, on the other hand, right now, no. I don't think they are going to sell. They still have their basketball for another 4 years, which also and they also have football. But if all goes to plan, according to now, we're going to see Topps Chrome football again, which I'm actually excited about. But more excited, we're going to see Topps Chrome basketball. Now, I really like me some Select basketball, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm excited to see Topps Chrome basketball and maybe even Topps Fire basketball. But I think it's the perfect time to bring back Topps Fire. Now, if you, this is a side of the point. We're gonna pull it up right here. Topps Fire. We're gonna look at 2012. Now, this is not the Topps Fire, not the Topps Fire football. They still have the Topps Fire baseball, but the Topps Fire football, dude, that was some heat back in the day. The 2012, dude, those are some of the hardest cards I've ever seen. They need to bring that back for football. And shoot, Topps Magic. Now those, I thought those were the hardest cards back in the day. Looking back at it, maybe not so much, but I still, they were printed on nice paper and it was all textured, man. They need to bring that, like, that one, no, but the 2012, I loved me some Topps Magic that year. But anyway, so I don't think Panini is out the deck because they're still a pretty big international company and they got other ventures. They'll still make their money, but I'm not sure how long they can really hold out. But yeah, it's no changes to next year's baseball for 2022, maybe 2023, but I don't think Fanatics will have enough time between pre-production and release date to really dip their finger in and make a big impact. So it'll just be taught. It'll kind of be like Disney and ESPN from what I'm. Like Disney owns ESPN, but ESPN still does its own thing. I think everybody will end up keeping their job at Topps for now. And it'll be good for Fanatics just to dip their toe in and just start learning the industry. I think they're going to keep it from being overproduced because they want their first products to be, worth a little something. So yeah, it should be a good thing. If you're not already, you subscribe to the YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. I'm going to come out with another video tomorrow when more information comes out and it's announced publicly. I'd also check out my Instagram. I post a lot of news. Giveaways are always on my story. And there's just a lot going on there. It's a really fun place. That's where I am primarily. Jeez. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace out. Take it easy. And I'll have more information tomorrow. Peace.